something to say, something to say.
Ooh. A little close to the thing.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is OurHouse21 and it's time for yet another unboxing video. So this time I got something for our friends at Amazon. So if you look here, you can see the warning label. So this kind of gives away what's in here. But I'm going to hand the camera off to my cameraman Kyle, and let's jump into this bad boy. Alright, so I've been talking on the channel about the fact that my SMC LiPo batteries, even though they are pretty good high quality batteries, they have pretty high internal resistance, too high to really be trying to do a high end all out speed runs. So to try to fix that problem, I'm actually ordering, or I have ordered, a couple of new sets of LiPo batteries. So this is the first one to come in. So I'm talking about the batteries and you putting something, okay. So this is the first set to come in. So you see right here, this is actually bias. So this is a set of bias 60S, or a set of bias 60C 3S 5000 milliamp hour batteries. Now this is an interesting brand. Some of you guys might not be familiar with them, but Bias is actually a sub-brand of Venom, or I should say it a different way. Venom, it actually is one brand owned by a larger company, Atomic RC. So they also have a sub-brand, Bias, and like it's a box in a box in a box. Box section. So the cool thing about this is that it's from Venom, but it's not sold with the Venom name. So what do you lose? Well, the downside with these things is that it only has a 14-day warranty. So basically I need to check these guys out now, and if there's an issue, then I can get them to replace it. But after that, I'm on my own.
Seems like these guys aren't really biased. Atomic bias.
No, okay. Anyway, so the thing about these batteries is, as I open up here, now the cool thing about all the batteries from Atomic is that they actually have detailed test reports on their website. So you can go in and look up the model number, and you can see that it actually has this PDF file that has a set of pretty hardcore tests where they actually show you the internal resistance of cells before and after testing. And as you guys know, internal resistance has been a big kick for me lately. But by looking at it, you can determine what cells or what particular packs have the internal resistance in the range that you're looking for. As I mentioned before, V equals IR. So if you look at the current range that you believe that you're going to be running in, you do some quick math and calculate what the voltage drop should be in your run. So I pulled in the reports, and this particular cell actually has a claimed internal resistance of between 4 to 5 milliohms for the pack. So that would give it a average milliohm of less than 2 milliohm per cell. That's turning into nanotech territory. So the thing about this battery though, if you look at it, it's got some weirdness. So if you look at it, the continuous rating there, if we can focus, come on, focus, there we go. Continuous rating is 60C, but the max burst is 70C. That's a little suspect, because usually the max burst is double. So if you look at that, then that would say that this is probably more of a 35C. So why would you rate this for a continuous of 60 and a burst of 70? Like I said, that seems a little weird. And I've got some mixed feedback on these batteries. Actually, one of my compatriots, collaborators, whatever you want to call them, my homeboy Lamont, when I mentioned that I was getting these particular packs, just flat out said they suck. So because he's apparently had a set of bias, and it didn't go so well. So I'm gonna get these two and check it out. So okay, and everyone does it. Okay, so so over here again. So this is another. Since I'm running 6S LiPo on my my big guys, got 2 6S packs. So, or sorry, 2 3S packs to make 6S. So what else is in the package here? So the nice thing, because this is a Venom product, is it comes with the Venom uni connectors. So if you're running Traxxas connectors, Dean's connectors, most of the common connectors, you can actually take this, plug this right into the battery connector, and you're off to the races. For me, I'm running Castle connectors, so this isn't going to work for me. So I'm going to clip these ends here, and I'm just going to put these 2 unique connectors on eBay, because it is convenient and it's useful. So it's just not useful for me. So I'll, like I said, I'll clip these out. So when you guys who are have a need to switch back and forth, that'd be for you. All right. The other cool thing about this particular set is that it comes with a LiPo cell checker. This is funky because I believe from looking at other videos, this is essentially the exact same thing as the LiPo checkers that I usually run, just with a cool little case around it. Okay, so looking at this little guy here, this looks like it's basically the same thing as my other little LiPo checker bugger thing. So I just happen to have them right here. And if you look, it looks like it's the same display, same pin combination.
Now it's in a cooler case.
Well, it is in a cooler case. So this one right here actually fried because I was running in the wet and it got wet, and I can peel away the board here. It actually, some of the connectors actually fried. So, but just looking at it, I mean, mechanically, it looks like it's the same thing. So, and I don't think I've actually talked about these on the videos, but these are actually really cool. You can find them online. Amazon has them for like $3 each. You can pay anywhere between $3 to $10 for these, depending on where you buy them. But just kind of show you how they work. You plug them in to your balance connector, like so. They scream at you. Oh, this is interesting. They changed the color of the LED to match your little orange color. Other than that, it looks pretty much the same. So if you look at it here, it cycles through the battery, so it gets you the voltage for all of them. And then you can see like the balance voltage. So this battery is actually pretty well balanced. 3.7, 3.8, 3.79, 3.79. But it actually has a buzzer. So right here, you can push it and you can set what the LiPo cutoff is. So you go all the way from 2.9 up to 3.8 volts. Okay, so you can see it. Nathan, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. So as you can see, it goes all the way from 2.9 up to 3.8 volts cutoff, or just turn it off. So I usually don't pull a huge amount of juice out of this. Well, when I'm in the run, I'll just leave it at 3.4. So, and just to confirm, I'm plugging in this one. Yep. So pretty much exactly the same, just a slightly different color LED. That's kind of funny. All right. So now I have 3 of these guys, and actually I ordered 1 more of these standard. So I'll have 4 altogether. So that way, when Kyle decides to run, he can have one in his car so he doesn't destroy any more of my LiPos.
I caught a cool one.
No. All right, so that's pretty much, self-explanatory. So I've got 2 of the sets of unit cells these uni connectors. I'm going to go ahead and chop off these batteries, and so I can wire up my Castle connectors. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and do I'll just confirm this guy. This one was balanced pretty decently. I'll check out this one. Okay, so it's pretty well balanced. All right, so again,
you also got a bag too.
Oh yeah, and Kyle has just reminded me that I have yet another thing back here that I didn't talk about. So if you look right here, I picked up another LiPo guard bag.
Did it come with it, or did you have to buy it?
No, I bought this separately. But the cool thing about this particular one is this is a large. They make a few different sizes of these. So I got the quote-unquote large size, which I think there's another larger size which actually has a handle on it. But I got this to go along with the fact that, man, just kind of looking down this side, it's pretty deep down there. So, okay, hold on one second.
It's the same as our other ones.
Yeah, one second. Strap me on. Okay, so looking at this bag here, and I picked this particular one up because it's pretty much the same one as I already have. But
it seems to be a little bit larger, but that one is being strapped.
I know. Well, this is nice. It's the same size as you can see here. It's just this has LiPos in it, so you can actually put a decent number of LiPos in these bags. Like right now, I've got 4 LiPos in here, and I could probably stick another 1 in here. Actually, let's go ahead and test that. But yeah, I could I could force another one in. But I've got this set and another set of LiPos coming, so I don't want to push it. So I'm actually coming up with an interesting solution for a LiPo storage. Because one of the guys, Risk23, turned me on to something. You can actually get an ammo can. So these are pretty cheap. You can pick up at you can actually pick them at a lot of sporting goods stores. Harbor Freight has them. So with the ammo cans, they make great LiPo storage devices. He uses the metal ammo cans. Harbor Freight sells plastic ammo cans for a pretty cheap price. So I was actually later on today going to swing by there and pick up 1 or 2. And these have the dimension where they should be able to slide right into the ammo can. I think I should be able to get 2 bags with LiPos in 1 ammo can. But I'll probably grab 2 cans just for the heck of it. And that'll be a good solution, because that way, even though the ammo can that I'm buying is plastic, it still has protection of LiPo bag. And honestly, the batteries should be pretty inert, pretty safe storing, especially if you have them at stored voltage. You know, something really bad will have to happen for a LiPo to set off and destroy itself while it's in storage. But it's not impossible, especially if you look at the connectors. If you somehow have something else floating around inside of here and you get these guys to short, all bets are off. So when you store your LiPos, make sure that there's nothing, no metal, no random connectors floating around in here that can actually short a connection. But one of the things that I like about the Venom batteries, and I'll include bias in that, is in their test reports. And I'll splice in a screenshot of what one of those looks like. One of the tests they do is actually shorting the battery and confirming that the battery being shorted for a certain period of time doesn't blow up. That's useful. So
wait, so they purposely made it short to see how long it lasts before it goes kapowie?
Pretty much, yeah. They short the battery to make sure that it won't blow. So that's a pretty key factor. So, but the big complaint I've heard about these things is that they puff fairly quickly. So I'm actually, I want to see how these perform. So just kind of fill you guys in. So my plan is, I have my SMCs. I just going to grab one out. Actually, I'll just empty out my whole collection.
All right.
These are my LiPos. So I've got my Gens Ace, and you can see that like this pack I actually have. I've been starting to keep track of my internal resistance measurements that come off my battery. Come off my charger. So this guy's measured between 9 and 7 milliohms. And this number changes a lot based upon temperature, based upon load, actually even changes based upon charge state. So there's a lot of factors. So don't read too much in the exact number, because the number that you get when you charge is going to be different than the number that you get when you're actually under load and under varying loads. So given the fact that I've been pulling 100 to 200 amps out of these batteries, You know, this battery is actually about 2 years old now, and it's still performing pretty well. So I'm happy with it overall in quality. It's just fairly high end. I mean, that's average internal resistance. It's decent, but for speed run applications, it's a little high. So now I look at my SMCs, and this is where it gets a little interesting. These are the exact same model number batteries, but I've actually gotten internal resistance measurements of 8 ohms and 8 milliohms and 7 milliohms. This one actually got a measurement of 3.2. That says that this is actually a pretty decent battery. But the last time I charged it, and I think I forgot to write it down, it came in quite a bit higher. So, you know, but putting these guys together in a run, you know, like this is what I've been running with for these two batteries actually got me to 100 miles an hour. So I can't complain about them too much, except for the fact that, you know, I mean, well, like I was saying before, really high quality batteries claim to have claim to have internal resistances ranging about 1 to 2 milliohms per cell. So this right here, if this number is accurate, we have a number that's right in that range. When I'm putting it in series with this guy right here, so the way you add up resistors is when you have them in series, you just add them together. If you put them in parallel, then there's another equation to put in. I'll splice that in, but I'm not rendering parallel batteries, so that's a discussion for another day. But in this case, if I can trust these numbers from my charger, I take 3 ohms and add it to 8 ohms. That gives me, you know, about 11 ohms. If I take 3.2 milliohms and add it to 8 milliohms, and like I said, in my last time I charged them, the numbers I got were a little bit different than that, so it looks like I just forgot to write that down. But anyway, if you add those together, now that's going to give me 11 to 12 milliohms. That's just at normal, like couple C charging. You throw in a lot of current draw on that, the number's probably going to get higher. And so I estimated my in-run resistance to be something more along the lines of 20 to 30 milliohms. So if these guys right here have, oh, and I almost forgot about this guy. You know, this is my Venom 20C battery. And this one's internal resistance is usually up more along the lines of like 24 milliohms, just regular, like under charging. So put this guy under heavy load. You got really bad voltage sag, less bad voltage sag, about the same as with these guys, and this guy's probably pretty good. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to confirm these two packs. Now it's funny because even though these are the same model number, this one was bought at a different time than this one was. Okay, so this pack actually took me to 70 mile an hour, over 70 mile an hour on 3S. This pack right here, I haven't done any signal testing. So as you can see, we have quite a number of batteries right here in front of us that I'm going to be doing testing and comparisons with. But I have one more set coming, and I might as well just go ahead and spill it. No, I'm not.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not. I have another set coming. So the idea is I've got some middle of the row batteries. I've got a wild card set, and then I have a set of really good batteries coming. And I'm going to compare all the numbers between the different sets and pretty much check out how they perform versus each other, and kind of, you know, how they compare overall. So, but before I wrap it up, just kind of, you can see these SMCs, I mean, the hard case actually adds quite a bit to size. So I actually have to modify my XO1 so I can take the SMC battery. So now I'll probably add some foam inserts underneath these so that they sit comfortably. But yeah, I mean, this is even bigger. They're quite a bit smaller than even this 20C. So that's a good sign. It says that they've got better battery chemistry, or at least newer battery chemistry. So we'll see how they actually perform later. So later today, I'm going to slap these guys on the charger and charge them up and see what kind of internal resistance measurements I get as a baseline. And then we'll just go on and see how these guys perform comparing to JIT batteries. So I'm hoping that these are better than what I'm expecting. So we'll just see. All right, guys. So it's a little bit long, but that's all right. Hopefully you find the information as useful. Our host 21 signing out. Always remember the mantra: fly, fix, fly, break it, fix it, and do it all over again. And don't forget to check me out on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and I even have the Twitter feed. And you know, this is going to be an interesting voyage of discovery, you know, because I'm trying to really get down to some truth in LiPo ratings. Because even though all the LiPos have these C ratings on here, you can't, it's really tough to trust them. And because there's no standardization in that. So you really have to get down to understanding internal resistance and battery chemistry. And I'm going to go a little bit more into that as things go through. And I'll fill you in as I learn myself. All right, guys. So keep tabs, check it out, and hopefully you guys find this series really cool and really useful. All right, our host 21 signing out. Peace.